Hello everyone, it's Duanbiyan, and you might be wondering, who was that guy at the start of the video? Well, allow me to introduce him. His name is Brodie, and you see, me and him, we go way back to when we first discovered our passion for lifting, back at high school. You see, our high school had a pretty decent weight room that we were able to utilize during our lunch break. And Brodie was that person that I saw being able to push himself harder and further than anyone I ever knew at the time, especially to the point of becoming shredded. So one day I went up to him and spoke with him, and it turns out that we both actually have a genuine passion for lifting. Who would have thought? But look, history truly really knows what we spoke upon that day. But one thing's for certain, we've been friends ever since. Which leads me to this video. After he got shredded and diced for the school swimming carnival, shortly after that, he discovered his love for powerlifting. Fast forward a few years, and now I have the privilege to support a good friend at a powerlifting competition. The numbers he will be attempting to lift here today are, in kilograms, for squat, 240, 260, and 270. For bench, 135, 142.5, and 150. For the deadlift, 235, 250, and 257.5. So, will he achieve these lifts? Well, let's find out. Alright, now first up are squats. But first, before we begin, it's important to actually understand that each lifter actually gets 3 attempts per exercise to lift, regardless of whether they actually successfully complete the lift or not. Basically, there's 3 judges set up around the lifter. They're both holding a red and white flag. Now, they're looking for little technicalities in the lifter's technique, and then once the lifters complete the lift, then they give either a red or white flag. White meaning a successful lift, red meaning an unsuccessful lift. Anything less than 2 white flags doesn't count. But look, there are more technical rules when it comes to powerlifting. So if you're interested in learning more, I've left a link down below to some videos that I thought I'd find helpful for you. But look, to put it simply, the lifter must listen to the referee when they give instructions and lift when instructed, right? For squats, the thigh only needs to travel below the knee joint to achieve appropriate depth. For bench press, the lifter must pause the weight on their chest and lift it back up when instructed. And then for the deadlift, all you have to do is make sure that the weight is controlled on the way down. It just means that you can't drop the weight. Alright, Brodie's up with an opener of 240 kilos. It's way more than I can lift, but hey, I'm no power lifter. Let's see if he gets it. Let's go, Brodie! Easy. Up. Easy. Oh, too wide. You got too wide. That's all right. You got it. That looked way too easy for him. Next up, he's attempting 260 kilos, which I did a bit of quick math. That's equivalent to 2 fridges. Crazy. Let's see if he gets it. Go, Brodie! Let's go! Come on! Up! Yes! Another easy successful lift for Brodie. 2 fridges, nothing for him. Next up, he'll be attempting 270 kilos, which is about 2 fridges and a baby. Just let that sink in. Let's see if he gets it. Woo! Come on. He didn't get it. But I did say he eventually would. Take a look at this. He's hitting 270 for 1. A few weeks after, a bit more training, he got it. Alright, now let's move on to the bench press. Alright, now Brodie's turn. He's up with an opener of 135. Let's see if he can get it. Alright, come on, Brodie! Another easy lift for Brodie. Next up is attempting 142.5 kilograms. You can't forget about that 500 grams. Let's see if he gets that one. He got it. He struggled a little bit, but he still got it nonetheless. Now, for the next attempt, unfortunately, I don't know what happened, but the footage got lost. Although he did go and attempt 150 kilo bench press. Fortunately, he failed that one. But here's some footage of him actually hitting 160 kilos for his PR. So we do know he still has it in him. All right, next up, deadlifts. Now Brodie's up with the first attempt of 235 kilos. You reckon he can get it? Let's find out.
Ready! All chopped up. Up. Nice.
Whew, another easy one. Next up will be attempting 250. Let's see.
Come on, Brodie! Up.
Pull.
Come on! Yes.
Whew, he got that 250 kilo deadlift. 2 white flags means still counts. You may have noticed that he used that hook grip there too. Next up, he'll be attempting 257.5 kilograms. Can't forget that 0.5, eh? Let's see if he gets it.
Come on, Brodie!
I didn't get that 257.5 kilo deadlift. That's alright, but hey, take a look at this. From his Instagram, he's been able to hit 260 kilos for his PR. Well, there you go, guys. Those were the 3 lifts attempted that day. And then after that, there was an award ceremony, so some awards were given out. And then after that, I was able to actually ask Brodie a few questions. The first question I managed to ask him was, what was his mindset like going into the competition? And this is what he said.
Very determined. Like, having that weight on your back is no joke. Kind of feels like it's crushing you, but in the end, when I got it, I was bloody happy.
I then asked him if there was anything different going into the deadlift compared to the bench press. And this is what he said.
Deadlifts was much more nerve-wracking because at the end of the day, if I didn't get the deadlift white lighted, then I would have failed my whole entire day. So yeah, definitely much more nervous than bench press.
So this competition qualified him for nationals up in the Gold Coast a few weeks later. And a few weeks later, he broke some records. The records he set competing in a 100 kilo weight class as a junior 15 to 19, he set a 255 kilogram squat, 262.5 kilogram deadlift, and 157 kilogram bench. I also just wanted to let you guys know that Brodie also invited me to another competition. This one he said was going to be bigger. This one he said it was going to be badder. He's going to be putting up higher, bigger numbers. So definitely stay tuned for that, guys. I've also linked his Instagram down below if you want to check him to follow on Instagram. He posts a bunch of his lifts on there. And overall, it was a great experience to be part of. Everyone was super supportive, really nice. And I just remember the day after I attended that event, it felt so motivating. I just wanted to max out on all my lifts. It was great. But look, if you guys enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until then, see you in the next one. Peace.